You are listening to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Up a ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, throwing chains on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat. Down, turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cage smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hand thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I rule tonight. Taking the mic, bodies said the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. I am your host, the owner of RAWF, in the game we all know and love in as Wrestler Unstoppable. I am Lord Amadeus. My co-host this evening has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back.
¡Hola, muchachos!
Ladies and gentlemen, El Vacant is here. Good evening, El Vacant.
Hola, muchacho. ¿Cómo está, mi amigo?
Not too bad. How about yourself? How was your vacation?
Oh, it's lovely. You know, every time this year I go back down to Mexico, the whole family gets together. We go on this giant camping trip as a unit. It's great. I love it. I'm so happy to be done.
Well, you're so happy to be done.
There's a lot of niños.
We're happy to have you back. You've missed quite a bit, I must say.
I don't know if I'd say I was missing it, Bob.
Well, at any rate, we shall see. At any rate, it should be a very interesting evening as we try to get you caught up and everybody else caught up on RAWF news and notes. Unfortunately, no rankings this evening. No ranking because of the week off. Kind of had a lull in the rankings, so I was unable to do them any further this week. But they will return next week. That should
Coming soon to a radio near you.
Yes. We're a little light on the GM reports tonight as well. I can tell you that as far as the tag team,
go away for 2 weeks and y'all have become slackers.
We had a whole lot of stuff last week, but as of right now, it looks like the top 5 tag teams after 5 of 6 rounds. This from RAWF Tag Team GM Unstoppable. This was just 4 hours ago. This was posted. In first place, Desaad and the Giant. In second place, the Godslayers. In third place, Hotness Overload. In fourth place, the Cage Shakers. And in fifth place, Dungeons and Dragons. So 4 of those 5 teams on that list are former RAWF Tag Team Champions.
Shocker.
So, yeah. Except for the team in first place, which is Desaad and the Giant, but it would not be, if they were to finish number 1 and get the shot at Crown Control, would not be their first time getting a tag team title.
They're absolutely trying to correct that they're the only one on that list that hasn't had it.
Right. Round 6 was posted yesterday, so it should be able to finish up way early of Tropical Aggression, possibly by this week. We may know, but next week we may know who will be challenging Crown Control. But if not, we will definitely know by the following weekend, which of course is Tropical Aggression. We're in Boise, Idaho tonight, El Vacant. Interesting night for you to return. for sure.
Well,
And
I know one person who's probably thrilled to be here.
and then who's that?
Maeve,
Yes,
land of the potato.
yep. Yeah, and we'll probably be talking about that in just a little bit. Last week in Vancouver, though, we had three big matches, all of which have finished, and Hotshot Chaz retaining the Platinum Dragon Championship from King against King Jobu last week.
Wait,
Uh,
he took a challenge from Jobu.
yes, see
See what happens when I go away?
yeah, you didn't even know that, did you? No,
No.
he indeed accepted a challenge from King Jobu, who won the Platinum Dragon tournament this year. Uh, Jobu challenged him for a shot at the Platinum Dragon Championship. Chaz accepted and successfully defended that title against Jobu last week. Also, Destroyer on quite the run as Superstars champion retained her title against the First Lady of Anarchy, Cougar Night last week. So a huge night. And then Strangleheart defeated Big Papa to get an opportunity at the Hatfield and McCoy Championship at Tropical Aggression. So three huge matches last night. But yeah, that was last week in Vancouver. That was something else. It was a great night. But that means tomorrow here in Boise,
You said Boise.
Boise. As you can see, the main event will be for the Superstars Championship. It will be Destroyer versus Extreme Enigma. And we said, as we said, Destroyer on quite the tear, but uh, Enigma, no stranger to the Superstars Championship. Talk to me about what you think is going to happen tomorrow night.
One of them has shown me their tatas, and it is an enigma. So I'm going to go with Madame herself.
Enigma looking to win the championship for the fifth time. It will be the fifth time if Enigma can beat Destroyer tomorrow for the Superstars Championship. Only two other people have held that title five times, that being the Paragon of Greatness and Killa Neptune. So would be joining a pretty elite group there, I would say, if he can wrest that Superstars Championship away from D. But like I said, she's held that title since June 1st. It is now August 16th, so you're looking at least 60 days, if not 70 days plus, and nobody's done that in quite a long time. Uh, the last time anybody held it 70 days was actually back in 2021. Papa Shaker held it for 70 days, but I think Destroyer might even be a little bit past that at this point. But yeah, we shall see what's that?
She's up there, definitely.
Yep, no doubt about it. Definitely up there. So that is tomorrow here in Boise, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to know where that picture was taken of Hobo.
We are in Idaho.
Yeah, I know.
That could have been across the street.
Yeah, could have been. You're right. All right. So that is tomorrow in Boise on Superstars. Let's see. Is there anything? I think last week we covered pretty much all of the tournament and whatnot updates, but just in case, we'll go ahead and put this up here, and I'll take a look real quick and make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, so we know the Arsehole was won by Hotshot Chaz. The Biatch was won by Destroyer. Strangleheart beat Denzel the Giant last week, or not Denzel, beat Big Papa, and will get a shot at Denzel. Let's take a look at the high voltage.
Oh yes, let's.
The four qualifying tournaments to see who won those. Denzel the Giant won tournament 1. DW won tournament 2. Chris Cage won tournament 3. Uh-oh. and MTC, Matt the Cack.
That I wouldn't have expected that. Go ahead.
I didn't even know that he was still around, but he is
You
on the roster.
have someone in your company you didn't even know was still on contract.
Right. They've been so damn quiet and haven't been asking for anything. By the way, there is a tournament in sign up, ladies and gentlemen. The RAWF Hell Freezes Over tournament. If you haven't, I sent a link out, believe yesterday or the day before. If you haven't signed up for it, look for it in the events tab of the RAWF homepage. RAWF Hell Freezes Over. It will start in a week from today. Yep, I think we covered everything. Oh, Papa Shaker won the extra points tournament. So, yep, I think that covers just about everything as far as events and whatnot go. So, with that being said, time to take a look at Tropical Aggression. Comes to you live in just a couple weeks, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks from tomorrow night, a lot live from Aloha Stadium in Honolulu. It is RAWF's annual summer pay-per-view, Tropical Aggression. Although before we go to Hawaii in 2 weeks, you know where we're going next week, El Vacant?
No.
For the first time ever, RAWF is going to the land of the rising sun. We're going to the Tokyo Dome in
Why do you hate me?
Huh?
Why do you hate me?
What do you mean hate you? I thought you loved going to Tokyo.
I mean, I really enjoy Tokyo in a lot of ways, but you've seen me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really fit anywhere in Japan. Like they don't make beds for people like me.
I
I have
mean,
to plan in advance.
well, you know, I admit that. I mean, there's got to be some place you
There,
could find.
I have a week. I can set something up.
I
But
mean,
for
we have
future reference, give me a little more time than that, please.
well, you haven't been here for a couple of weeks.
All
Okay.
right, that's fair. I was in the desert in Mexico. There's not much.
Yeah. I mean, I gave you the schedule a long time ago. It's
I
not my fault you
mean,
didn't plan ahead.
it's not like I read those.
Right. Yeah, well, that's not my.
I mean, I guess technically that's not your fault.
At any rate, let's take a look at what we can expect at Tropical Aggression. First of all, the Hell in the Cell fire match between Soul Reaper and Io del Segador. Father and son going at it in a flaming Hell in a Cell match. Your thoughts?
A flaming Hell in a Cell match.
Yes, there will be fire.
So is there fire outside of the cell just to give it ambiance, or is like the mat on fire to require speed to get the hell out?
I believe I believe it will be around the ring.
Okay, that seems smarter.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, they can still. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it done before. We're gonna find out what it's like at Tropical Aggression, apparently, because that's what we do.
Hey, look, if you got some familial problems, that's a good way to handle it. Light some shit on fire and beat the shit out of each other. It's a very good, I think it's a good example to set for the Ninos.
So there's a scheduled six-man tag team match. It is supposed to be Ken Costa, the Paragon of Greatness, and Killa Neptune taking on the Murder, which was Mark Caliber, Andy Price, and Joey A. However, Joey A left the company over a week ago. I have not heard from Mark Caliber, even though I've asked him on a couple of occasions who he wants to replace Joey A with, and he refuses to answer me. So, Mark, if you're listening, answer your damn messages in WU. Otherwise, it's going to be a 3-on-2 handicap tag team match. Because if you can't find someone to replace Joey A, or we can't talk him into coming back to RAWF, that's going to have to be the case. But
did something happen while I was away? Like, what caused this? Why are these?
Ken Costa and Mark Caliber started having issues with each other.
Yeah.
He said something vague last week, but never confirmed anything. Oh, yeah, that's good. Anyways, we have a Fubar City street fight between Miss Beautifatal and Maeve O'Hare, and it's going to be on the beach, apparently, as Maeve quoted. So, I'm sure you'll be very interested in that matchup.
No, I'm sorry. What? I was looking at the screen. What?
Maeve O'Hare taking on Miss Beautifatal in a Fubar City street fight on the beach in Honolulu.
I thought my wrestling outfit was tight. Oh boy. Wow. That's I. Oh yeah. I.
uh,
I'm a happy camper. Wow.
Maeve will also be taking on Davila and one-on-one in her rankings match. Maeve had an open challenge made a scene for an open challenge at Tropical Aggression, and both Davila and Miss B answered the call. So she has 2 matches at Tropical Aggression, possibly a third. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next up, we have Champions Choice Championship. It'll be Aaron McFadden defending against Strangleheart. The Champions Choice Championship, as usual, the stipulations loaded to the champion's favor.
Do we know what they are yet?
Yes, I do. Just
Okay,
give me a moment, and I will let you know what they are.
Moment, but I want it now.
All right, here it is. It's an Aaron Says match. Basically, Aaron dictates what moves and defense Strangleheart uses.
Oh my god, I genuinely love that.
Yep, that's what it is. An Aaron Says match. Aaron will dictate what moves and defense Strangleheart uses in each set.
I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Maybe one of the most creative I've seen in a long time.
Yep. Aaron has done a good job at as Champions Choice champion, making things interesting. I think, and he's been giving people, he's been giving some decent people the shots at him. So, let's move on. We have for the Powerball Championship, Sassy Applebee's defending against the Immortal Griffith. And as I mentioned last week, but you weren't here, so I'll say it again. Did you know that Sassy defeated the Immortal Griffith last year at Tropical Aggression to win the Powerball Championship?
She hasn't had it all this time, has she?
No,
Okay.
that she has not. But the last time these two fought for this title, it was at last year's Tropical Aggression.
I did not recall that, but apparently he did.
I'm sorry, 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago at Tropical Aggression.
See,
not last year. I apologize. 2 years ago, Sassy.
Well, it's probably yeah. Then I guess you didn't have it all that time because that would be talking records.
Yeah, that would be a huge record. No, Sassy lost it to Hobo at Jingle Hell Rock 2023. Nightcrawler beat Hobo for it at Graveyard Smash, and then Sassy beat Nightcrawler at Radiversary and has held it for a couple of months now. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on Sassy versus the Immortal Griffith for the Powerball Championship?
I almost never go against Griff, but like if there's anyone that is this man's kryptonite, it's Sassy.
Huh. It is. It's been proven time and time again. Both, this Ultimate Gauntlet Championship she won from Griffith. So, and of course a couple of big wins in Xanther tournaments as well. So yeah. We will see. Can Griff break that streak? We find out at Tropical Aggression. Next up, we have for the Estrogen Championship. Calm down, El Vacant. Quit drooling.
Nope.
Quit drooling.
Can't help you.
For the Estrogen Championship, it will be Seabell Oside defending against Destroyer. What do you think about that?
I think that it's going to be boobrific. I mean, that's going to be a wonderful match, and I'm going to enjoy watching it.
It is definitely going to be something else, no doubt about it. Who do you? No prediction there.
Look, God, I don't. I mean, I kind of said I was gonna stop picking against Psy, but I also really don't tend to pick against Destroyer. This is a coin flip in my world.
And I'm sure you'll be out there to toss your coin. I mean, watch the match.
Hey, now.
Next up for the men's championship. This will be a good one, I think. Michael Brewer defends against Hotshot Chaz, who is right now is on a roll in title matches. What are your thoughts?
I I think Brewers come back to the industry, got rid of the ring rust very quickly, and was proving why he had made a name for himself previously. And he got to the men's championship very quickly here in RAWF. I think this is going to be a hell of a fight. Um, if this was 4 months ago, I would have said Brewer hands down, right? But it's not 4 months ago, and like you said, Hotshot Chaz is now the platinum supernova, and that boy has been winning left, right, and center, and I think he intends to add a belt to his collection.
Yeah, I definitely could see it. I mean, I think this one goes either way as well. Uh, Next up is for the Multimedia Championship. It will be Seabell defending against Immortal Griffith. Now, both of them, of course, have other title matches on their plate, so no advantage there, because they will both have already wrestled at least wrestled a match previously. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
I'm sorry to side this one. I'm going to break my rule. I think your term as multimedia is probably over. The man has no titles currently, and that rarely stands very long.
I have to agree on this one. I think Griffith. This is when it comes to titles. This is one title that Griffith actually has never won, and considering he loves to add to his trophy case, I think Sai is in for a long night at Tropical Aggression. At least where it concerns this match. And I know you're used to people doubting you, Sai, but no offense taken. You've been you are a great champion. Excuse me. Triple Crown Championship. It will be the unsettled Chris Cage defending against the Platinum King Joe Boo and Hall of Famer Money Sue, who is known for the Triple Crown his many couple Triple Crown championships as well. Who do you like walking out of this one as Triple Crown champion?
Yeah, who has it currently?
Chris Cage.
Ooh, because this is going to be a hell of a banger.
Chris
This
Cage,
good.
by the way, is a four-time Triple Crown champion. The first person to do that, as a matter of fact. Money Sue is a three-time Triple Crown champion. And Joe Boo has never actually won the title. So, your thoughts on this matchup?
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to make a very specific prediction. I think Chris wins because of the loophole in the rules.
That being
That if no one wins two matches, the title doesn't change hands.
That's fair. You're predicting Chris Cage retains because of a three-way tie, not
That
because
is
of
what I believe. Yes, that is my prediction.
All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think Money Sue walks away with the Triple Crown Championship at Tropical Aggression. But we shall see. I could see it going either way, any of the three ways. But my money would be on. So Teflon Sheik's scheduled to defend the Fubar City Championship against Tigress at Tropical Aggression. There has been no real updates on his whether he will be available for Tropical Aggression or not at this moment. If he is not available for Tropical Aggression, then Maeve O'Hare would step into the match. The title would be vacated, and Tigress and Maeve would fight it out for the Fubar City Championship. So So there's two different scenarios here. First, what if Teflon Sheik is able to get back in the ring? Will he be healthy enough to defend off Tigress?
I mean, I might have a slightly biased opinion here, but I think if he does manage to crawl out of whatever hospital bed he's in, he's still going to get his ass kicked.
Okay. I mean, that's a fair assessment considering he's coming off a really bad injury at the hands of Blake Bradley, his former friend. What if it's Maeve who has to compete against Tigers for the vacated Fubar City
Well, then
Championship?
I'm in heaven because it's redhead on redhead violence.
Mm-hmm.
But of those two, I would go with Maeve. She has proven to be a very effective competitor in Fubar City rules.
All right. I mean, I can't disagree with either of those calls. So, you know, we shall see if you are correct in 2 weeks when we find out which indeed matchup we will be getting. Next up, Midnight Hobo Championship. Ken Costa defends against DW, and DW has made it a habit of surprising us by winning championships on occasion. Well, let me rephrase that. When we don't think DW is going to do it, she tends to do it.
She's the person who started me having the rule of every time I pick against them, they win. So I don't pick against them anymore. So by that rule, DW for the win.
You think DW is our next Midnight Hobo
I'm
champion?
literally not allowed to bid against her.
Well, I'm going to go with Ken Costa. I think Ken Costa retains the Midnight Hobo Championship, but if DW proves me wrong, so be it. More power to her. Next up for the national championship, it is Simply the Best versus Denzel the Giant. Denzel has, first of all, Simply the Best, already the longest reigning national champion in RAWF history, by far. He broke the record a couple months ago. Denzel has had a habit of ending such streaks. What are your thoughts here?
Denzel does have that habit. I think STB is. I look every time. Again, it's another thing. Every time I've kind of overlooked STB on a national championship. Not only has he won, but he's won decisively. He's kind of won me over. I'm going with STB.
You believe STB will continue his long reign?
I believe he is going to have that belt for quite some time.
All right, we find out in 2 weeks. All right, and for the Platinum Dragon Championship, we now know.
That's. Damn it! Make me jump back into the deep end the day I get back, huh?
Yeah, talk to me about.
I was a huge Killer Neptune fan. I had all the faith in the world of him, especially when he came to this particular title. But I think the momentum has shifted. I think the era of Killer Neptune is over, and I think it is now the era of the Platinum Supernova. I think he regains.
Well, I mean that could very well be the case. I think this is Killa's last chance to continue. If he doesn't get past Chaz, then yeah, I definitely agree with you that is definitely the case. All right, and finally, in the main event, for the World Heavyweight Championship, the rematch from Philadelphia Freedom. Blake Bradley will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against the Paragon of Greatness. Now, Blake also coming off being attacked at right after his win over Paragon, where he was in critical condition for a short period of time. He has recovered. He will be competing at Tropical Aggression. He has
Yeah,
been
they go for
cleared.
2 weeks, and now he got jumped too.
Yeah,
Who the
yeah.
hell
There's been
jumped him?
a lot of jumping. Yes,
Do we know who jumped him?
we do not actually know who jumped him. No.
Okay.
So yeah.
I feel like I need a bagpipe in the background and I'm going to start singing "Jump Around."
But yeah, there's been a lot of people jumping. I mean, of all people, Randy got jumped. You know this, right?
No, I was in the desert. We've talked about this.
Yeah, he got jumped by Brewer's new group, the Revolt, which is Brewer, Iceman, Jarrett.
The what?
The Revolt.
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. That's it. 2 weeks.
Actually, you've been gone longer than that because we had the week off.
No, that's fair.
You've been off, I think, 3 or 4 weeks at this point. But at any rate, no, he was jumped by Michael Brewer, Iceman, Jarrett, and Starlight, of all people. So yeah, that's
Why do you need 3 people to jump that pencil neck geek?
well, they had to make a statement.
The statement is that they needed 3 people to beat up a non-wrestler. That doesn't seem like much of a statement. Or maybe it's just me. Okay.
But at any rate, so yeah, that you missed that. I don't know if you've missed much else. Maybe, possibly. We'll see. But that's what we got thus far for Tropical Aggression. A lot of great matchups in Hawaii in 2 weeks. Any of them you'd like to discuss real quick, Elvagan?
I mean, is there anything else I missed you need to tell me about instead of randomly throwing it at me like I know? No? We're good? We covered everything?
We're good. Yeah, I think we're
pregnant, good. No one got married. No one,
all right.
I don't know, showed up out of the blue. No one came up with a weird contractual thing that said they were allowed to fight when they couldn't before. No one... I don't know what other kind of weird shit happened. No one tried to light the studio on fire. None of these things.
I don't think so. But then I'm blonde and I forget things, so it's possible. But at any rate, speaking of tomorrow, we were talking about tomorrow's Superstars in Boise and how the Superstars Championship will be online. But who do we usually call for when we want to know what the undercard is?
Apparently the guy who just got jumped.
Well, unfortunately, he's still in the hospital, so we have to call on somebody else who has taken over for them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, the first class lass Maeve O'Hare standing in for Randy tonight. Good evening, Maeve.
You caught me with my mouth full. One moment.
What are you eating?
Potato candy.
What?
It's potato candy. Do you want some?
I've never heard of...
It kind of looks like a pre-cooked cinnamon roll.
No, it's potatoes and sugar mashed up, and then the inside part is peanut butter.
I mean, I like peanut butter.
Did you make it?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, if you made it, I'll give it a try. Why not?
It's very sweet. I have to warn you, if you don't have much of a sweet tooth, it might be a bit too sweet for you. English out there loves it, but he's got a sweet tooth.
That's not bad.
See?
Not bad at all.
All right, now let's see. Somewhere in the midst of all this, I've got my list. And it's not in Randy's terrible handwriting this time, so I can see it just fine. Are we ready?
Yes.
So, on tomorrow's Superstars here in Boise, we'll see Aaron McFadden versus Badass Billy. Starlight versus Sisulu. Is this one right, Bossman?
I mean, I didn't draw them. Oh, so
The folks in Boise are getting a bargain tomorrow because we're going to have Immortal Greatness Part 917 as the Paragon of Greatness faces the Immortal Griffith. Cougar Knight versus Diesel Warrior. Tigress versus Iceman Jer. Michael Brewer versus Sibel. The Marquis de Sade versus Mrs. Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon Esquire. Papa Shaker versus Wildfire. That'll be interesting. Ken Costa versus Simply the Best. Chris Cage versus Magnificent Michael. Hobo Ezekiel versus Chiro Il Napolitano. Uber Vegan TPO versus Hotshot Chaz. Kenta versus Black Lilith. Killa Neptune versus Jobu. That's gonna be a battle of words. Davila versus Denzel the Giant. Knox Boogie versus myself. Dr. Kent versus Natalia Nitro. Spectacular versus Slashy. The Stormtrooper of Death versus the Minion. Eerie, Keeper of Snakes, who needs to keep them the hell away from me, versus the Dark Warrior. Dez versus the Mancunian Maniac. Redneck Avenger versus Evan Deadly. Strangleheart versus Des Bryan. Sophia McFadden versus Crazy Serb. Sassy Applebee's versus Soul Reaper. Money Sue versus Andy Price. Kitty Kabam versus The Undertaker. Olivia McInnes versus Miss Bota Fatal. The Razor versus Scythe. Sean Hitman Hurd versus Toxic Megatron Avenger. Angel Bitch versus Damia. Tad Beagleworth Dennis versus Mark Caliber. Rick Nelson versus The Crippler. Hot Cheese versus Big Papa. Roger the Pirate versus the Agent of Hate. Hijo del Segador versus The Moose. And Psycho Girl versus Allie Knight. I swear, Bossman, this list gets longer every week.
now you know why Randy drinks the Mad Dog.
I mean, it's still better than Midnight Hobo.
All right. All right. Thank you, Maeve. And stick around. We'll speak more with you later about your matches at Tropical Aggression.
I'm going to bring in some Cole Cannon when I come back.
Somewhat.
Cole Cannon.
Why are you bringing a cannon?
Not a cannon. Cole. You'll see when I come back.
Cold cannon. Okay. Anyways. Well, that is your...
I mean, most cannons are pretty cold until you fire them, and then they're really hot.
Yeah. So I just noticed about a couple of hours ago that Mark Caliber did have a statement, and it does sound like that they are going to... Well, no, he's basically made a vague statement. You're right, that makes us outnumbered, or does it? Question mark. It's like... Yeah, he said something about the fact that he was making a phone call. It'd be nice if he'd let me know who he called and if that person's actually going to be a part of that tag team match. But, you know.
I can tell you he didn't call me.
Well, that's good. Didn't call me either. And I really don't. Yeah, at anyhow. All right, so that is tomorrow live in Boise. Why don't we start the evening out? Our first interview with a man we haven't talked to in quite a while. He is, well, for the first time, I can't say he is the reigning anything here in RAWF. but he has has a couple opportunities at Tropical Aggression to rectify that situation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Yoo-hoo! I'll make you famous.
The shadow of the moonlight, a figure stands alone, a warrior born. Through the ages, through the pain, his name etched in blood, forever torn. The Lion of London roars in the night, no mercy, no weakness, no end in sight. The inevitable rise, the tempest unleashed, all shall fall when the Kraken's released. Through fire and blood, his hands are stained. He stands alone, with none to restrain. Unstoppable force, a wrath untamed. No kingdom or god can withstand his name. Griffins are beyond, the immortal one, eternal champion, his war's never done. Hunter of monsters, a faction of one. In a world that's broken, he stands with none. The tempest rages, his head held high, an immortal legend that will never die. Through centuries of violence, his name never fades. He fights through the ages, his will never sways.
I am immortal.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is indeed the immortal Griffith. Good evening, Griffith. How have you been?
Good evening, sir. I mean, I've been better. I've been worse.
Okay, well that's good. Certainly good.
I
Been a
gotta
while.
point out, you pointed out that I don't have any titles, and yet somehow I'm still not getting superstars title shots. Like come on, man. Like I haven't gotten a shot at that belt in years.
That's because usually you're either
Right, I'm available now. I only got 2 more weeks, man.
Well, I mean, it's all about placement in the top 25. You know how it works. You're either usually up high or not on it at all.
I know.
Or if you're in that medium, then you already have a title that disqualifies you from getting a shot. So
Right, I should be eligible this time because I was in the top 25 and I don't have a title.
were you?
Yes,
Well,
that's
yeah.
how I have one of my
Yes,
title shots.
You were in the top 25 and you got a multimedia contendership match out of
Wait,
it.
oh, right, that disqualifies me, doesn't it?
Yes,
Because I have that I have the title, because I have a title shot.
indeed.
How am I supposed to retake back my record if I can't get the shot?
You gotta, I guess you gotta know where to land.
I'm just gonna start throwing out challenges. That's right. You know what? I'm gonna do it right here, right now. Whoever wins this week, consider yourself challenged for next week. They're not gonna take it, but I gotta try.
I wouldn't take it if I was them. No, but that's just me.
Look, people have done dumber.
That's true. That's true.
That's how I got it last time I had it.
I mean, Enigma. If Enigma were to beat Destroyer tomorrow, and Enigma's are accepted challenges from you before, so it's possible. I don't know. I think you'd have to give Dee a whole. If you gave her enough cookies, I suppose maybe.
Oh, that's a good point. She does like the Griff cookie.
I feel like we need to start an RAWF cookbook. You with your cookies, Maeve with her potato candy, Soul Reaper with his moose jerky. No, I don't want that in the cookbook. Never mind. Forget it. Anyways. Let's talk about tropical aggression. 2 opportunities at tropical aggression to rectify the fact that you walking around here without a title belt for the first time in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about challenging Sassy for the Powerball Championship. As I mentioned 2 years ago at tropical aggression, she defeated you to win that championship. Will this be payback? Or will we see an encore of what we saw 2 years ago?
Now, Amadeus, have you ever known to be so petty that I require payback? I mean, really? Of course it's going to be payback.
I was gonna say, I was counting. And
How many times have we
I
seen?
was counting.
Look. Remember, I have a bunch of mottos, but one of my mottos is through spite, all things are possible. So yeah, no, I'm absolutely going in there to get some payback and to repay the favor that she has done me a few times.
All right, and yeah, I mean, she does. She is one of those few people that seems to have your number. There's
I
not
don't
too
know what
many of
happens. He gets in the ring. Next thing I know, I can't stay standing up straight. Like I slip, I fall, I can't get a hold of anybody. Like I slip off the ropes. Does anyone check these people for like baby oil before they come to the match? I'm just starting to wonder if like that's what's going on. Like the whole match is covered in Astroglide or something.
I, I mean, I don't know if that's her secret, but and you know, no, I don't think that's the case. I think maybe there's just something. Maybe she has your number somehow for some reason. What we will find out if you can change that at Tropical Aggression, and then
We'll see.
also challenging Psy for the Multimedia Championship, something you've never held here in RAWF.
Yeah, somehow I've just never managed to get that belt, which is weird when you think about it.
It is.
All of the belts I've had, and somehow that one has eluded me. In fact, I think that's the only belt I've been eligible for that I've never had. I think.
Well, I mean, we know you've been world champion. We we know you've been Platinum Dragon champion.
I've been national. I've been world. I've been. Wait, are you sure I've never been multi? I'm pretty. No, I have been multimedia.
No, that I can. We've been over this before. You have not been multimedia.
When it used to say I had it one time, it was because of that. Go look at my record. It now says I have it two.
I think that happened when titles got moved around.
All right,
Because I have the official. I have the official list right here of who's been multimedia champion.
have I had Hobo? Maybe I haven't had Midnight Hobo.
No, you were just recently Midnight Hobo champion, as a matter of fact.
All right. You're right. I did. What the? No, then it might be the only belt I've never held.
Yeah. You have never been multimedia champion.
Been Fubar, I've been Hatfield, I've been White Lightning, Ultimate Gauntlet, Supreme Fighter, Platinum Dragon, Powerball, Superstars, Triple Crown. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all the major titles, men's, superstars. This is the one title, really, of all the major titles that you have never held.
Well, sorry, Sai. Got to rectify that. You're in the way.
Well, we find out at Tropical Aggression. So. Which of those two matches are you most worried about?
If I were the type to worry about matches, which, to be clear, I'm not. But if I were, it would make sense for it to be Sassy. She's taken titles from me before.
Fair enough.
Now I will say, in all fairness, because I don't want to downgrade her, the Sai that I will be facing in 2 weeks is not the Sai that I have faced when she has come after my titles before. She is a completely different fighter and is considerably better than she was back then. She is more focused. She is stronger. She's fat. Like, she's obviously trained with some great people. Like, I expect a very different fight out of Sai than I've ever gotten before.
I can't disagree with that. There's certainly she definitely stepped up her game over the last year. So
I'm going to pause because I noticed that Sai, one of us is being respectful, and currently it's not you. Perhaps you should pay attention to what path you put your foot on, because everyone around here knows what happens when you go down the disrespectful path with me.
All right. So, at any rate, two big matches at Tropical Aggression. Will you walk out as a single champion or double champion?
Well,
And there's
I guarantee I will come out with at least one of them. I aim to come out with both.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Maeve mentioned it earlier when she read off the list for superstars tomorrow. A match with the Paragon of Greatness. Now it's not on pay per view. It's a regular rankings match. Yet, always something special when the two of you match up, even if it's just.
It's just two titleless nobodies just going at it. Like it's.
Yeah, just two titleless nobodies. We'll go with that. All right, but still, it's an interesting matchup, and kind of a warm up for Tropical Aggression, I suppose. What are your thoughts?
Actually, every fight I ever have with Paragon is a complete and utter banger. I I learn something from it every time. So does he, which keeps it interesting. I look forward to this match. I think it'll be a more interesting match because there's nothing major on the line. Like I think we can both like kind of just enjoy the match more than just be the stress of, oh, a title's on the line, or a contendership is on the line. This is just two of the best this world has ever seen getting in the ring and getting to just do it to do it. And I'm curious to see how that goes.
Indeed, indeed. There's nothing on the line here. It's for rankings only. So should be very interesting. Should be very interesting. L. Vacant, anything you'd like to ask the Immortal Griffith?
Um, Yeah, with the person who's so goddamn obsessed with all your titles, how do you forget which ones you've had? Well, funny you should ask. I've had so fucking many of them that it's hard to keep track. I guess I really can't argue that. But I've had them all, and I keep track of them. Although it's really easy to keep track of all. Just all. It's great.
All right. Well, great.
I even had the estrogen title. Haha.
It is official / unofficial. Let's put it that way.
We'll go with that.
Yes, that's the way I put it. At any rate, Griff, is there anything else you wanted to address, discuss, or talk about?
No, I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna. Actually, well, hold on. Did she bring those potato candies in here? Is there one of those laying around still? Those are pretty good.
I think she took them all with her.
Oh, well, then I'm going back out there. I gotta go back.
All right. That was the Immortal Griffith. He has got himself a chore. We'll find out what Tropical Aggression if he can once again walk out as a champion. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, talk about a man who wants to get a title back. We're talking about this man who has an opportunity to win back the World Heavyweight Championship at Tropical Aggression when he faces Blake Bradley. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. First of the fallen and last of the old gods. No use fighting because you can't beat those cold odds. Beginning of time and the end of days. Civilizations crumble under his gaze. Alpha and Omega, the wrath of the God King. Paragon of greatness, about to pin you in that ring. Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. Eons ago, before time existed, they lived in the heavens and the rain persisted.
Whoop.
Once upon a time,
Come back
an
here.
abomination. Once upon
So nice, we wanted to hear it
This is the
twice.
rap remix, folks.
Paragon, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Amadeus. Hey, nice shout out to Katrina and 8D6 out there. You guys get played 3 times tonight.
So how are you tonight, Paragon?
I'm pretty cross. LA. Look, I know that it's kind of my thing. I like to reach out and work with people that maybe don't get the same spotlight as other people, but at some point, I mean, just go. Look, I don't know if you caught it last week. Apparently, Sophia McFadden wants to get involved with my business. Just how about this? Everybody out there, all of these people that kind of want to get up in my business, ride the whole Paragon spotlight. You know that I'm willing to help you out. I'm not hard to find. Call me out. I will gladly take a match with you. You don't need to run into my matches and try to attack me and then try to distract me when I'm doing my business. I am not a hard guy to find, and I'm very generous with giving you the opportunity to have a spotlight match. And that's all I've got to say to Sophia or your Soul Reapers out there, anybody else that thinks that they want to step up to Paragon of Greatness, make a scene, challenge me to a match.
All right.
Trying to get some people to get some points out there.
Right? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I respect that. Yes, folks. I mean, you can make scenes and challenge people, not just champions. If you want a match at any point with the Paragon of Greatness or anybody else, uh, you know, make a scene and ask.
And to clarify, I'm not big on the whole giving out title shots. I think that those should be earned. But you want to challenge me to a match? I mean, I am fully down. I work with anybody, even people that I dislike. Just try not to hit me over the head with a chair while I'm trying to wrestle somebody else. That's all I ask.
Who did that?
Sophia McFadden, apparently. I don't look. I had to figure out by looking back at the tape, but apparently Sophia wanted to get involved in my matches without me being real ready for it. So I'm just telling her, hey, make a challenge. That's all you got to do.
There you go. Yeah, guys, try not. That is kind of called God modding when you do something like that. Just letting you know. So yeah. All right. At any rate, Paragon, let's get back to let's talk about your match at Tropical Aggression, a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship, looking to get that back from Blake Bradley, and we know he's still recovering from being attacked at Tropical Aggression, which would, if he's not 100% by Tropical Aggression, it gives you distinct advantage. What are your thoughts?
I mean, first and foremost, I absolutely hope that Blake is 100% for this match, regardless of the things that I've said about Blake Bradley in the past, regardless of how I feel about him as a person. I think that it would be a massive letdown for myself, for Blake, and of course the fans if Blake Bradley were to show up at Tropical Aggression and not be 100%. This match is incredibly important for Blake Bradley's legacy as a champion, because and it's hard to disagree with what I'm about to say, even though I don't really like that I have to say this, because I've looked at this Blake Bradley World Heavyweight title reign and it's a real letdown. We've spent years and years knowing that Blake Bradley's championship reign was coming. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. People have been very excited about it. It's been incredibly hyped for a long time. It was one of the last big moments that people really wanted to see what would happen when Blake finally won the world championship. And then he came out and dropped a Phantom Menace on us. Everyone was super hyped, and then a whole lot of nothing happened. Jar Jar Sheik showed up, he just completely screwed up the entire thing right from the start. There's a lot of boring negotiations and not a lot of action. Tropical Aggression is Blake Bradley's opportunity to bring the Duel of the Fates and try to redeem himself in the 0 hour, because right now it's been a real stinker of a world title reign.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. But I mean, how do I? El Vacant, anything you'd like to ask Paragon? I'm going to do it before I ask him anything else. Give you an opportunity.
Let's see. Do you know who attacked Blake?
Look, if it wasn't Sheik, and it seems like a lot of the people within the Elevated Society insist it's not. That's clearly the impression in my contenders match, was that Blake believed it was Sheik. I said it at the beginning. When he won that world championship, the sword of Damocles hangs heavy over a champion. That target becomes very big, and I know from personal experience, not once, not twice, but so many times over my time here in RAWF, the people that are most likely to have been the one that attacked you are the people that are closest to you. I mean, Aaron McFadden, Mark Caliber, Chris Cage, my bestie, Ken Costa.
And I'm not making an accusation here. I'm just going to point out the thing that you're overlooking somewhat conveniently, is that also often the person that might attack you behind the scenes is the person you just took a title off of.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like there isn't a narrative that makes sense there. I think that my resume speaks for itself. There's been years and years of people trying to expose Paragon of Greatness as truly something far more sinister than he projects, and time again, these people are proven wrong.
I mean, it would seem out of character.
That this whole attack, parking lot, a lot of hooded figures, it's eerily reminiscent of an attack that happened to me, almost identical even, and eventually we found out this was the DOC, and it was a very close personal friend, Aaron McFadden. All I'm saying is we've seen this kind of story play out before, and Blake Bradley may have his opinion set right now, but he needs to keep his eye open for other potential attackers. And if it's not Sheik, that doesn't mean it's not somebody else that's close to the picture.
All right, I tried to stir some stuff up for you, boss. It didn't.
All right. Well, we will find out. I'm sure the answer to those questions will all be revealed eventually, hopefully. But moving on to that tropical, you've got the world title match. But tomorrow on Superstars, an old friend and you take on each other in a match for nothing except for rankings. You and the Immortal Griffith. Your thoughts?
I mean, you're right. It's a match for nothing between two jobbers, so I don't know why we're spending time focusing on it. Clearly, it's a match that nobody cares about. I think that somebody, I can't remember who because they were so unremarkable, somebody called it two titleless nobodies.
Yeah, I mean,
it is. Yeah, it is the match, isn't it? If RAWF was defined by a match, it is the Immortal Griffith versus Paragon of Greatness. Look, both of us have something very important to prove here. Not only are we able to make these jokes, maybe for the first time ever in an Immortal Greatness match, about how neither of us have any championships, but Griffith has been on a skid for a while now, probably one of the lowest points of his run in RAWF. Myself, I'm currently challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm still kind of in the mix, but losing this match could very well take away that safety net should Blake Bradley defeat me at Tropical Aggression. I may not have another crack at it for a while, right now I'm hanging pretty strong on the rankings. This loss could be devastating to a case should I lose to Blake Bradley. I've got a lot to lose from this match, which gives me motivation. However, Griffith has nothing to lose, which means that he's going to be able to throw anything and everything at the wall in this match, and there are really no repercussions. If he tries something crazy and it fails, oh well. If he tries something crazy and, you know, it's the Immortal Griffith, so it's probably going to be awesome, then, you know, I guess screw Paragon, right? It's, you know, he said it right. Every time it's a banger. I guess our fans of the Tokyo Dome get a hell of a show. You wanted to pack a big arena that we've been for the first time, and you found a way to do it.
Well, you know, Boise is not exactly the wrestling capital of the world. So when you need a big match,
hey, you got to sell the tickets ahead of the Tokyo show, because you got to have the people watch your most recent show and be like, look how great that show was. Let's buy a ticket right now.
Indeed. So, with that being said, Paragon, any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to address?
You know, I guess there's the one thing left that we haven't addressed yet: the potential handicap match coming up at the pay-per-view. I have faith in Mark Caliber finding whoever his opponent is. He's clearly, or his partner is, he's clearly alluded to it. He said it's somebody that has a history with both myself and Ken Costa. Mark's rarely one to let you down. That being said, his partner could be the Immortal Griffith, and he's still battling uphill backwards in this match. It's Ken Costa, Killer Neptune and Paragon of Greatness versus Mark Caliber and company. You know, it's not a good match for him. That said, I don't know if you caught some of my recent interactions with Ken Costa. This match is a twofold operation for me. I'm not going into this match trying to, you know, add a win to my resume. I really honestly don't give a damn one way or the other as far as that goes. What I'm doing here is trying to kill two birds with one stone. Mark Caliber, somebody that has a well-documented history with me. Ken Costa, somebody that has a well-documented history with me. They're both on a path that I do not approve of at the moment. And I think that what Ken Costa needs to set his path straight is a friend. What Mark Caliber needs is to be beaten into his senses again. I have the opportunity to do both, and I'm going to capitalize on that here at this pay-per-view.
All right. Well, it should be a very interesting tropical aggression for you, indeed. Good luck tomorrow here in Boise. And Paragon, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you.
You know, it does seem like. What do you think Paragon is going to walk away with the World Heavyweight Championship again at Tropical Aggression, El Vega?
That's a really good question. I'd like to see that happen, but I don't. I think now that Blake has finally managed to do what he's been trying to do for so many years, I think it's going to take a mortar to get that belt out of his hands.
We shall see in 2 weeks' time. All right, our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is the Golden Dragon himself. Please welcome.
He walks in silence, storm in his veins, steel in his eyes, unchained by pain. Scars like metals, carved in flame. They whisper one word, they whisper his name. In every step, a battle cry, born to rise, never die. He strikes like thunder, breathe like
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kenta to the program. Kenta, are you there?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes. Are you all right? I know you took quite the beating from Denzel the Giant in that Fubarthy street fight last week. How are you feeling, first of all?
I am in a lot of pain, but it's nothing but a scratch. Nothing but a scratch. It's but a
Nothing
scratch.
but a.
It's but a
You
scratch, Lord Amadeus.
didn't he power bomb you off of a 20-foot concrete onto the on concrete from 20 feet up or something?
I can't recall. The last time I remember was I hit the floor.
Oh boy! And doctors have confirmed you can compete tomorrow.
Yes, Mama Kenta didn't raise no bitch.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, one. Oh, there we go. I'm switching my head. Mm. Yeah, but yeah,
It's
I,
been
I can, I
you,
can, I can do this. I can do this.
you've had a rough few weeks here as of late in RAWF. Things have not been exactly going your way. There is some good news, uh, but I don't know that we can officially talk about it. But there's a chance that if things work out at Tropical Aggression, that you may get an opportunity after Tropical Aggression at something that I know you've been wanting. Uh,
Oh yes, but
I know what
that's
it is.
after the pay-per-view.
All right, I'll keep my
Need
mouth shut.
to focus on the healing first. My doctors have been telling me to take a break tomorrow, but no. As I said, Mama Kenta didn't raise no bitch.
Well, your opponent tomorrow is Black Lilith, so it's it. I mean, she's tough. There's no doubt about it. She's going to beat you up. You're just gonna have to try to take her out as quick as possible to minimize any additional damage. So, any thoughts on facing Black Lilith tomorrow?
Black Lilith. Mm. 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 Sorry about that. Um, that's the black-haired girl, right? With bat
I
Yes,
mean,
wings,
she does have black hair, yes.
yes,
with sunglasses. Is it?
yes, yes.
Mm. She's pretty. That's my opinion. Wait, you want my opinion
He's
on the
not wrong.
match or the opponent?
The match.
Oh, the match. Well, got yada yada yada. Golden here, golden there. Kick her ass, beat her, and yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not. I am not in my usual self, as you guys epically remembered
You
or
seem a
saw.
little worse for wear, yeah.
I got beat up badly. Gosh, it's really hard to talk, guys. I don't know what's
Well,
happening.
I'll try not to get you to try not to. I just have one more question for you, and then I'll let you go rest up. And but next week we are in Tokyo for the first time in RAWF history. Are you looking forward to going to Tokyo?
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to going to Tokyo. As a matter of fact, Brewer, Aniki, and me have a lot of fun in Tokyo back in the day.
You and Brewer had a lot of fun in Tokyo back in the day.
Oh yes. A little
Huh,
fun fact about me and Brewer: we were both at the Yakuza together.
the what?
Oh, sorry, I've been told that I should not share that. But yeah, we were both in Tokyo raising a little hell together.
Nice.
That's all I can remember.
Okay.
I don't want Brewer Aniki to be thrown in jail again, and I don't want him to stab me. Got a lot of history there. Let's just say we have a lot of history there. A lot of history.
Uh, hmm. Really? Is this a good history or a bad history?
Define bad.
Like, did the two of you beat each other up?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, let's say we throw people off bridges.
That's
Okay.
not very nice.
Is that like a scaffold match, or never mind? I have a feeling I shouldn't ask any further. All right, so um, good. I mean, you two will be returning to Tokyo next week.
Inquiring minds, like Interpol, want to know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to worry about that, am I?
No, no, I've turned over the new leaf. As you know, I'm the golden dragon now. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm a good man. I'm a good man. I think. I don't know.
I would have
Oh,
expected him to have more tattoos.
fair enough. All right, so tomorrow,
I
good
have a
luck.
question. Can I park in a disabled parking lot in the studio? Because
Do you
technically I
have?
am disabled right now.
I mean, do you have the sticker?
No, you have to get a
Did they give you
sticker.
the temporary placard?
I
You have to
can't.
get
I
a
can't give those.
sticker. Does
I
me in a
can't give
wheelchair
those
not
out.
mean anything?
I
I'm
can't
in a
give those out. You
wheelchair.
have to
No,
apply to the.
the doctors, however, can give you a temporary placard that is good for like X number of time.
God damn it. Alright. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm gonna wheel
We
out.
appreciate it, Kenta. Kenta taking on Black Lilith tomorrow. What is his future here in RWF? We find out in the coming weeks. But I found that was interesting. I kind of felt weird talking about what did he call it? The Yakuki.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. Well, some. Anyways. All right. Let's bring back in the first class lass, Maeve O'Hare. Maeve.
Oh yes, leads.
Hello again, boss man. I've brought the
Oh,
cool cannon.
That's good. I'll have some more of those. Eat them before Griff gets the rest of them.
No, that I left the candy out there with him. This is the cool cannon.
Oh, what's okay? Reaper. When I try to bring you on, it tells me your connection is not strong enough. That you're not having connection issues. I've tried to message you a couple times telling you that, but it's not letting me bring you on. I'm sorry. Anyways, Maeve, sorry about that. Two big matches. This is good. This is good. Very good.
See? Who could you trust with potatoes more than myself?
Nobody. But
I mean, I hear tell of this Potato King.
I don't believe in kings.
I don't either. But anyways, two big matches at Tropical Aggression. First, facing off with Davila in your rankings match. Two Hall of Famers going at it. You've got 2 weeks left to prepare. How are you preparing for Davila?
I mean, there's a nasty little part of me that says maybe I'll just like have a cooler of beer off somewhere to distract her. Because she spends a lot of time with Redneck, and I think when people tag together for so long, they start like rubbing off on each other. So if she starts giving me a history lecture, I'm gonna flip a table. No, I'm looking forward to my matches with Davila and Miss B. I always have good matches with them. And as I said, I like the idea of being able to put on two what I think will be really excellent women's matches at Tropical Aggression. So I'm excited for both of those. I think the one with Miss B, I think, is going to be a little more interesting just because she's wanted to do the FUBAR rules. So me, I love a FUBAR match. I've got my special outfits picked out. No vacant, you can't see them yet. They're surprised.
Ooh.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'd be looking forward to Tropical Aggression a lot more if I weren't sitting here on my hands wondering if I'm going to have a third match or not. Boss man.
I've been keeping in touch with Sheik's doctors, and they're telling me that they still can't give me anything definite yet.
You know, you think with all the money he's got, he could buy better doctors.
You would think. You would think. But we are still awaiting. Hopefully by next week, I want to say that we'll know for sure. But I know. It is.
These are the things that I have to put up with.
Yeah, I understand. By the way, how do you like the picture that's up on the screen there?
Where'd you find that picture of myself?
Apparently, you were touring one of the potato plants earlier.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is where Americans get their potatoes from. I had to come and see.
I mean, it's a good thing we know those are potatoes, because I'd hate to think you laid all those eggs.
My eggs are none of your business, boss.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I mean, now I know what I'm gonna order him for his Christmas present.
Eggs?
Something egg adjacent.
Egg adjacent? Ay. Ay.
You're getting chickens.
Oh God, please no.
We're gonna give him something living. He's
Oh,
never home long enough to tend a chicken.
Yeah,
you would just send him to the donkey farm to live with the donkeys and the pigs.
Do you have any chickens at your donkey rescue? I know
it's not my rescue. I don't run the farm. I just get them sent there.
You do the ads for him though.
Sure, it's my organization, but I don't run the farm. And we still don't understand how the pigs just started showing up.
Pigs are actually smarter than a lot of folks give them credit for.
At anywho,
I'm sorry, Bossman. Did you have something else to talk about?
Did we mention the Fubar City street fight between you and Miss Beautifatal?
Oh, I did say that I were looking forward to it. I said that I've got my special outfit picked out. Vacan's very sad that he can't see it yet. I'm looking forward to it. Can I request that we be on a very different part of the beach from wherever Reaper's Flamin' thing is going to be going on?
Oh, definitely.
Because it's already going to be too hot for me. I certainly don't need things to be on fire as well.
I mean,
than you.
Oh, I'm always hot. I don't need the help.
See what you did there.
You see what I did there? Let's see. What did I have on my list here? Where's find it? Knox Boogie. I'm facing Knox Boogie tomorrow.
That's it. Yes, Knox Boogie. That's a good one.
It's always fun to face Knox. I suspect sometimes that the reason he's so quiet is he just got used to never being able to get a word in edgewise because he had Paragon on one side and Killa on the other. Can you imagine trying to find two words to string together when you got those two yapping constantly?
Well, and on top of it, God forbid you misspeak because Killa will mock you for eternity.
Literally eternity. But no, Knox is always a good opponent. And it's really hot and cold with him. He's either one of the hardest matches you've ever had, or he's thinking about kumquats or some such, and you walk right through it. So I'm hoping for kumquats. Fingers crossed for kumquats. But I'm looking forward to it. I always have a good time facing it.
There's a sentence I don't think has ever been said on radio before.
Hoping
Fingers
for kumquats.
Crossed for kumquats.
Fingers crossed for kumquats. I might have to make a logo and put it on a T-shirt or something.
I feel like that should be some random wrestling fan's new alternative punk band name.
Fingers crossed for kumquats.
Yeah.
You could go far and do worse. Hell, you could go near and do worse. Have you seen some of the things that folks around here wear?
Yes.
Speaking of, I'm honestly surprised he didn't mention it. But as a supportive tag team member, I have to ask you, Vacant. Did you notice English's new shirt he's wearing?
I did. He seems very happy with it.
He's a vain creature, ain't he?
So y'all keep saying.
You've met him. You've spoken to him. You've sat here and listened.
Oh, I just don't think that's strong enough a phrase.
What word would you prefer that we interject there besides vain?
Narcissist?
A narcissistic creature is such a mouthful. And the last thing we need is Griffith going around telling everyone he's a mouthful.
I'm not touching that.
I don't think he'd want you to. You're not his type.
I'm everybody's type.
So is that one of the new shirts available in the WU store, or in the in WU now?
It is. There's actually several.
There's 6 new shirts.
6 new shirts. Yeah. So
well, technically 6 new layovers that can be put on any shirt you want.
Any shirt you want, or if you're really feeling so cold, I reckon you could just slap it on your bare skin. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I think it would look a little tacky, but you know, I'm not here to tell other people how to live their best lives. And you know, if you see the shirts and you're like, wow, I like that, I want to be able to do that to myself, you can submit your very own design. And it'll show up in the game, and you get a free copy of it for yourself or for a loved one. And it's a great thing, and everyone should be doing it. So reach out to the Woo Company or to Will COO for more details, or you can message him on Facebook. And if you need help figuring out how to size things down, myself and several other folks are happy to help with that. So yeah, always fun to see new things coming in.
Indeed, absolutely. It is one of the best things, and hopefully we will be getting more. There's some plans for some more. Let's put it that way.
Kento wants to know if you're going to cook some potatoes for the truck tomorrow, Vacant.
I mean, not particularly Mexican, but I mean, if someone gets off their ass and wins a world championship, I'll have no choice but to make some sort of potato dish.
Well, you know, someone would have to be going after the world title, and there's large people in my way most of the time.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's big purple roadblocks and vainglorious creatures in the way.
I mean, Blake's not that big.
He's still bigger than myself.
Is that Mama Moose out in the chat? Is that who?
It is.
It is.
Okay. I just wondered.
I mean, unless it's another unrelated moose, which seems unlikely.
Why is Mama Moose loose without her handler, Hobo Ezekiel?
I mean, really, between the two of them, I think I trust Mama Moose more than I trust Hobo.
That's a good point.
I thought so. Now Mama Moose is a sweetheart. As long as you don't mess with her or the baby, then she'll be fine. She's very well behaved as far as moose go. I spent a lot of time with her at the Go Big Bro house a few years back. So I can vouch for her. She's generally calm and well behaved, unless you start trying to pull nonsense. Boss man. Do you have any sort of things where we can like put in anonymous concerns if we might be worried about one of our coworkers? Can we submit like care reports or something?
Yeah. You can always just talk to me in person, because I have a feeling I already know where you're going with that. But anyway,
I'm slightly concerned about some folks, is all. And, you know, best to nip things in the bud. That's nip them in the bud. Since folks like to say that they can't understand what I'm saying and put all sorts of strange words into my mouth that I never said.
Nip it in the bud.
That one. Anyway, I will see you both tomorrow. And I will have some sort of new potato treat, I'm sure. Because I brought home about 30 bags of potatoes.
Welcome to Idaho.
We are in Idaho. Good Lord. I do love a good mashed potato, that's for sure. Anyways, thank you, Maeve. Appreciate your time this evening, and we will talk to you again. You excited for Tokyo?
I am. I don't have the same problem that Vacant has. I'm not quite too big for most things, and I've actually been to Tokyo a few times for work and pleasure, and I always enjoy it. I'm actually looking forward. There's a karaoke bar that we often go to when we're in Tokyo, so I'm looking forward to that myself. Do you do karaoke, Boss Man?
I have occasionally dabbled in karaoke, yes.
Maybe I can drag you out.
Yeah, quite possibly, yes.
We'll stick a pin in it for now. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Maeve. That was Maeve O'Hare, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, apparently, she's having a grand old time here in Idaho tonight. All right, so with that being said, a real quick recap of tomorrow's Superstars live from Boise. Apparently, Hobo also visited the potato plant earlier this week. The main event will be Destroyer taking on Extreme Enigma for the Superstars Championship in your main event. And other great matchups such as Paragon versus Griffith and more tomorrow here in Boise. With all of that being said, Vacant, any final thoughts on anything that we've talked about tonight?
Yes, I'm fairly certain this state has leash laws. I don't know if that counts for mooses or not, but probably. Just saying.
And real quick, I believe the Immortal Griffith had an announcement to make as far as it, the Radical Fighting Championship goes. Griffith, you come in, duck your head in, and tell us what you were telling me earlier.
Oh, right. Should have brought that up earlier, but I was busy, talking about my meaningless match with some other jobber. Obviously we all know we have a new RFC champion, and the new season will start signups this week.
All right. Sounds good. Look forward to RFC signups later this week, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, we will have updated rankings, more talk about tropical aggression, and we will see if Destroyer continues on her run as Superstars champion tomorrow in Boise. For El Vacant, I am Lord Amadeus. Thank you for joining us all tonight. Good night, everybody.
Hasta la bye bye.